What? Look at it this way. If six monkeys... The law of averages, if I've got this right, means that if 6 monkeys were thrown up in the air long enough, they would land on their tails about as often as they would land on their heads.
Here.
Okay, so what have you got?
Me?
Yeah, have you hit anything? Let's hear it.
Ping, Drava, Inglewarp, Carcinoma. It's as far as I got.
I like the
Yeah, kind of onomatopoeic.
I don't know, it feels to me like it needs some punching up.
You can always throw in a few jokes later on. You gotta get the through line first.
But do you think it's Hamlet?
Don't ask me, I'm just a chimp.
It could have given us a storyline or something.
Yeah, like a story conference.
But that'd defeat the whole purpose of the experiment!
Oh, I know. 3 monkeys typing into infinity will sooner or later produce Hamlet.
Right.
Completely by chance.
And Dr. David Rosenbaum up in that booth is going to prove it.
But, what is Hamlet?
I don't know.
What is Hamlet?
I don't know.
You know? This is really stupid.
Look, we gotta just get the whole thing done. If Rosenbaum wants Hamlet done, then we gotta just get to do it, you know?
But what do we owe this Rosenbaum? A guy who stands outside those doors and says, that one's Milton, that one's Swift, and that one's Kafka, just to get a laugh?
What's a Kafka anyway? Why am I a Kafka?
Search me.
What's a Kafka?
All his four-eyed friends think it's a Stitch.
How are we supposed to write Hamlet if we don't even know what it is?
Okay, so the chances are a little slim.
Yeah, and this from a guy who's supposed to be smart. This from a guy at Columbia University.
The way I figure it, there's a providence that oversees our pages. Rough draft them how we may.
But how about you, Milton? What have you got?
Let's see. Of man's first disobedience, and the fruit of that forbidden tree, whose mortal taste brought death
Hey,
into
that's good. That's got rhythm. It really sings.
Yeah?
But is it Shakespeare?
Oh, who cares? He's got a real voice there.
Does Dr. Rosenbaum care about voice? Does he care about anybody's individual creativity?
Well, let's look at this from Rosenbaum's point of view for a minute.
No, he brings us in here to produce copy and then expects a clean draft of somebody else's stuff. We're getting peanuts to be somebody's hack.
Writing's a mug's game anyway, Swifty.
Well, it hath made me mad.
Why not just buckle down and get the project over with? Set up a schedule for yourself. Write in the morning for a couple of hours when you're fresh. Let the old juices flow. Do a couple more hours in the afternoon and retire for a shot of papaya. What's the big deal?
You know, if this Rosenbaum was worth anything, we'd be working on word processors, not these antiques. He's lucky you could find 3 of us who can type this good in the first place. Then he treats us like those misfits at the Bronx Zoo. I mean, a tire swing. What does he take us for?
I like the tire swing. I think it was a very nice touch.
I can't work under these conditions. No wonder I'm producing garbage.
How does the rest of yours go, Milton?
What, this?
Yeah, read us some more.
Blah, blah, blah. Whose mortal taste brought death into the blamagam. Bed socks, knockwurst, Tinkerbell. Well, what do you think?
Blamagam is good.
Well, I don't know.
What's the matter? Is it the tone? I knew this was kind of a stretch for me.
I'm just not sure it has the same expressive intensity and pungent lyricism as the first part.
Well, sure, it needs rewriting. What doesn't? But this is a rough draft. Lights on.
This bit.
Milton?
What?
Are they watching?
I don't know. I can't see. I have paws over my eyes.
What?
What is the point of this?
Why do they videotape our bowel movements?
What?
Lights off.
But how about you, Franz? How are you doing?
Well... K. 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 K.
What is that? Postmodernism?
20 lines of that.
Well, at least it'll up his data.
20 lines of that, and I went dry, I got blocked. I felt like I was repeating myself.
Do you think that that's in Hamlet?
I don't understand what I'm doing here in the first place. I'm not a writer, I'm a monkey. I should be swinging from branches and digging up ants, not sitting under fluorescent lights 10 hours a day.
It sure is a long way home to the gardens of sweet Africa, where lawns and level downs and flocks grazing the tender herb were sweetly interposed.
Paradise, wasn't it?
Lost.
Lost.
I'm trying to deal with some of that in this new piece here, but it's all still pretty close to the bone.
Just because they keep us locked up in here, they think they're more powerful than we are.
They are more powerful than we are.
Just because they control the means of production, they think they can suppress the worker.
Things are how they are. What are you gonna do about it?
Hey, how come you're always so goddamn ready to justify the ways of Rosenbaum to the apes?
Do you have a key to that door?
No.
Do you have an independent food source?
No.
So call me a collaborator. I happen to be a professional. If Rosenbaum wants Hamlet, I'll give it a shot. Just don't forget, we're not astrophysicists. We're not brain surgeons. We're chimps. And for apes in captivity, this is not a bad game.
The scary part is, we stick around in this cage long enough, we're going to evolve into Rosenbaum.
Evolve into Rosenbaum?
Brush up on your Darwin, baby. We're more than kin, less than kind.
Listen, anybody got a smoke?
I'm all out.
Don't look at me. I'm not going to satisfy those voyeurs with the old smoking chimp act. No, thank you.
Don't be a sap, Swifty. You gotta use them. Use the system.
What do you mean?
Watch me while I put my antic disposition on. See what I mean? Galois too, my fave.
They should have thrown in a Cupid doll for that performance.
It got results, didn't it?
Oh, sure, you do your bonzo act and get a Galois out of it. Last week, I totaled a typewriter and got a whole carton of Marlboros.
The trouble was you didn't smoke them, you took a crap on them.
It was a political statement.
Okay, so you made your statement and I got my smoke. All's well that ends well, right?
It's the only way we know they're watching.
Huh?
We perform, we break typewriters, we type another page, and a cigarette appears. At least it's a sign that someone out there is paying attention.
Our resident philosopher?
But what happens if one of us does write Hamlet? I mean, here we are set down to prove the inadvertent virtues of randomness and produce something that we wouldn't recognize if it passed through our hands, but what if one of us actually does it?
Will we really be released?
Will they give us a key to the city and a ticker tape parade?
Or will they move us on to Ulysses? Why did they pick Hamlet in the first place? What's Hamlet to them, or they to Hamlet that we should care? Boy, there's the respect that makes calamity of so long a life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely,
Hey, Swifty.
the pangs of despised love, the law's delay?
Hey, Swifty, relax, will you?
Have a banana.
I wish I could get Rosenbaum down here and see how he does it producing Hamlet. That's it.
What?
That's it. Forget about all this random Hamlet crap. What about revenge?
Revenge? On Rosenbaum?
Who else? Hasn't he bereft us of our homes and families, stepped in between us and our expectations?
How would we do it?
Easy. We lure him down here to look at the typewriters, pretend like something's wrong, but we poison the typewriter keys.
Oh, Jesus.
Sure, some juice of cursed Hebenus spread liberally throughout the keyboard ought to work like a charm.
Great.
And if that doesn't work, we envenom the tire swing and invite him for a ride. Plus, I challenge him to a duel.
Brilliant.
Can't you see it? In the course of combat, I casually graze my rapier over the poisoned typewriter keys, and a hit, a palpable hit. For reserve, we lay by a cup of venomous distilment. We put the pellet with the poison in the vessel with the pestle.
Listen, I gotta get back to work. The man is gonna want his pages.
It's not a bad idea,
But what's the matter with you guys? I'm on to something here.
I think it's hopeless, Swifty.
What, this is the goods?
Where was I? Bed socks, not worst. Tinkerbell.
The readiness is all, I guess.
Damn straight. Just let me know when that K button gives out, honey.
Okay, fine. You two serfs get back to work. I'll do all the thinking around here. Swiftly. Revenge.
Tinkerbell, Stucktelspans, hemorrhoid. That's good. That is good. Stucktelspans.
Act 1, Scene 1, Elsinore Castle, Denmark.
Hemorrhoid.
Enter Bernardo and Francisco.
Pomegranate.
Bernardo says, "Who's there?"
Bazooka.